So you'll open it back up. So here, I'll do it on the other side so you can see. Okay. So you open it. So these two edges will meet these two. And same on that one. So, there you go. Okay. So now you're going to make a...
All right.
It's called the petal fold, and it's one of the hardest folds. That's why it's so difficult. So it's going to end up looking like a little spaceship. Awesome. Oops. And Thessaloniki in Greece, the time of 7-3. And so they said, well, what about Lakenheath? Do you want to go to England? Ta-da! So it's been a little bit tougher. We always have to push their backs down a little bit to make things stand.
Amy.
It's Heather Yeatman, Heatheryeatman. It's only been 2 weeks. For the last 2 weeks, we have been folding cranes, paper cranes and origami for the Chibichirigama caves, which are in Yomitan. 2 weeks ago, some Okinawan youths decided to play games in the sacred caves, and they ended up destroying the cranes that were hanging in there, as well as desecrating some of the graves of the ancestors who were in there. And so what we were trying to do was to replace as many cranes as we could. And it started off, I only wanted about 1,000 cranes, but it's grown to more than 10,000. And at last count, we had about 13,000 total that have been made so far. And we're still in the process of stringing them so that we can present them to the peacemakers tomorrow. We've had so many people donate. I can't even tell you how many people have. Sometimes people don't even write their names down in the book that we have. They just donated cranes. Or we have service members who sit at the USO, and there's some origami paper sitting there, and they're just folding cranes and throwing them into the basket whenever they come in. You know, so it's a lot of different people. We are presenting at more than 15,000 cranes to Chibichirigama, which is commonly called the Cave of Sorrows. It is where quite a number of people died after World War II ended and the Americans had stormed the island. And there were people who were very afraid of the Americans here, and so they thought that they were trying to protect themselves by killing their friends and family in order to preserve their honor. And it's a very somber place, usually. Today, it doesn't feel somber at all. It actually feels very light. It's quite interesting to see so many Americans wanting to participate in this as well. The peacekeepers were very surprised to see so many cranes come in, and he was able to talk to everyone too and to tell them what happened in the cave and to say thank you to all the Americans who helped and to anyone else. We had a lot of locals who helped out as well. Seeing the outpouring of love that's come from this, it's very overwhelming to know how many people love this island and love the people in it, and how much they want to help any kind of hurt that's caused to the people who are here. A lot of people say that when you leave here, you leave with a piece of Okinawa in your heart, and that part of Okinawa is never going to diminish from your mind, because it just touches you in a certain way that you can't describe. The beauty of the place, the culture of it, the camaraderie that's joined with the locals and the Americans. I mean, it's indescribable. I'm very thankful, very humbled by all of this. It's a little overwhelming to be on this side of the camera and on this side of the questions from reporters. And just an overall happiness, and knowing that we've somehow made a difference. When we were in the cave earlier, to see it cleaned up really helped my heart heal a little bit, because this place has been a part of our family, because we've visited it a number of times. And when it was destroyed, we felt so much sorrow, and now it just feels like a weight has been lifted. So I've had a huge mix of emotions. I'm still feeling them. I still can't really explain all of them, but an overall feeling of happiness is what's going through my mind right now in my heart. I hope so. I'm hoping that someone else can pick it up and continue it, because we are not here for very much longer. And if they can take it from here and make more cranes and offer more groups of cranes to other shrines, and to keep that feeling of peace and camaraderie and community going, I think would be a huge blessing to everyone involved. Thank you to everyone who helped. There were thousands of people who were involved in this, hundreds of school children, service members, locals, Okinawans, Japanese, people from other countries who are here for whatever reason, and then those who are also from other countries who sent in cranes. Thank you. So.